Hello and welcome to the Future of Real Estate. I'm Brett Ellis down here in sunny Southwest Florida, and I want to give a Hurricane Ian real estate property update. So I want to talk about three or four things that can really help you out, whether you're a buyer or a seller. Let's just talk about it. First of all, licensed contractors. If you're having work done in your property, they must be licensed in the state of Florida. So be very leery about hiring license for anything, and it's amazing how much you actually do need a license for. So even if you're tearing out in certain municipalities, tearing out drywall and doing mold work, you need licenses for that. So just be very careful. The next thing is assignment of benefits. Don't sign anything. Anyone comes to your door and says, "Well, do work for this, do work for that," I would say just don't sign anything, certainly not an assignment of benefits. I talked to a roofer, a well-respected roofer. They're not doing assignment of benefits anymore. They're doing like a work agreement where they will help you file the claim, but you're not obligated to them unless they get that done. And they're kind of an advocate on your behalf. Even that, you just want to take a good look at it, but just don't sign away anything because they basically take over the rights to your claim. Which brings me to insurance. So a lot of people want to sell their homes and they want to get out of Florida or they want to move somewhere else. But if you have an insurance claim in your property, it's going to make it very difficult because the next buyer can't get insurance while there's an open claim. Now, there's a few things we can do. There's an assignment of claim where the new buyer takes that claim, but they're still going to have a hard time getting insurance. We do know of the state-run carrier, Citizens Insurance, where we may be able to get you insurance, excluding that damaged item that is part of the claim. And then also there are some other carriers that are writing insurance. Sometimes the prices may be higher than what it was, and it remains to be seen what insurance price is going to be going forward in the next few months. But that's kind of what we're looking at. So basically, I would talk to a real estate agent before you sign anything, if you've got insurance questions, because we're in the trenches. We are talking to insurance agents, appraisers, adjusters, all these kinds of things. And it's kind of good to have someone that can just kind of sit down and talk to you a little bit, or even over the phone, and talk about your options. I would definitely call your insurance company and have an adjuster come out. And you may want to file a claim but know what your deductible is. If you've got $5,000 worth of damages and $10,000 hurricane deductible, that's not going to do you much good. So maybe you're not better off filing the claim. The other thing is this: there's a difference between wind or normal insurance and flood insurance. So for instance, down at the beach, a lot of people had the inundation and flood in parts of Cape Coral, Iona, and just different parts of town. But typically you have about $250,000 coverage limit unless you purchase extra flood insurance that most people didn't. So if you have a $1 million structure and it suffered 200 more than, let's say it's a total loss, you may only have $250,000 worth of coverage. So the homeowners may or may not compensate you for that. Now, there could be some arguments. What caused the water? Did it come from rising waters? Did the roof blow off and then rain came in? And will the homeowners come in and still pay something? They may, and these are all questions you should direct towards your insurance companies. In those kind of cases, I would file a claim on both the homeowners and the flood and let them duke it out, and maybe they'll both pay something. But on flood, typically you're going to be limited to $250,000. It's important with this mold to get on top of that quickly. Don't try to necessarily do it yourself. You want a licensed contractor to get that stuff out of there, test for the mold. Remember, the insurance company is only going to pay once. So if you have them pay for stuff and then you have to go back and redo it again, it can be costly. Just have it done right. That's what you've got the insurance for. So if you've got questions, you can always reach us here at the Ellis Team, 239-489-4042. We're here to help. We've been listing and selling some properties during the storm. Is it challenging? It is, because some of these properties are in various stages of repair or damage. Some are getting claims, some are not. Some had insurance, some didn't. But just talk to somebody. We're not here to make you sell or make you buy or do anything. Are there some opportunities out there? Yes. Do some people want to get out of here and maybe not maximize full value because they're just done with things? Yeah, there's some of that too. We're here to help you on whatever level you're at. If you want top dollar, we'll help you get top dollar. if you want to get out of here fast and maybe turn over your claim and do different things, we'll assist. And we don't know everything. We're figuring this out too on the fly, because we've been doing this. I've been doing it 34 years. Sandy's been doing it longer than I have. We've sold probably more real estate in Lee County than anybody, and yet we still don't know everything because the rules are different. Each case is a case, I would say, each property. So it's just, you just need someone who's willing to work with you, figure stuff out, work hard, and just get to the bottom of things, and then just help you make the best decisions. That's what we try to do. We're not your insurance person, we're not your attorney, we're not your accountant, we're not any of those things. It's just that we're in the trenches and we're dealing with a lot of this. If you have questions, we'll answer to the best of our ability, and then we'll help you ask the right questions. Again, 239-489-4042. Our website is topagent.com. If you want to search the MLS, it's leecountyonline.com. If you want to get an idea what your property was worth before the storm, swflhomevalues.com, and then we can evaluate post-storm and see what your options are. Thank you, and thanks for tuning in, and hope some of this information helps. And we'll put a link on this to our blog article and our newspaper article that we wrote with some resources that might help you out as well. Thanks for tuning in.
If you're selling or you're buying or moving right away, the Ellis team can help you. Call the Ellis